All right, there's the guinea hens. I'm just doing a little walk here, and so are they. They're really exploring. We don't like them to explore this much because, well, when they explore this much, they get in the road, and it's just not a good situation. But that's a good situation. The cows are feeling really good. There's that little calf over there. We got a nice night, so everything's growing really well. So there we go. It's a good day. There's the farm from a different view. Usually we always go from the other side, but I'm feeling ambitious tonight. And man, we have so much work to do here. It's so crazy. It never ends. We could probably use a team of 10 here to get things done, but it's not in the cards right now, unfortunately. Gotta clean out this hedgerow here and cut all this stuff out. We got an old fence in there that's got to be yanked. But sometimes it's like with these farms, where do you start, man? There's like, the day just goes by. There's only so much time. By the time you feed everybody, by the time you do some pasture work, by the time you try to have a little bit of time for yourself, by the time you look up, it's already time. It's already time for dinner, and then you find yourself in bed, and then you're up early again the next day and ready to do it. So time is something that we have to be really aware of, how we use it, how we spend it. And I think we're gonna have to spend some time out here cutting, cleaning, chopping, doing all that stuff. But as I look at this pasture, I gotta tell you, I'm a little bit nervous because we really gotta get this sucker to grow. It's slow growing. Here's our kind of our lawn grass that's growing well. But this pasture, I don't know, we made some mistakes. We let them eat it down too much, and it's now slowly coming back. And I don't know if we should do a seeding or what we should do, but we got to get it to jump. I mean, the sun's been pounding on it now for the last couple days, which is great. But what I don't want to do, I don't want to have to be feeding hay, through the whole summer. That would be costly. That would be a lot of work. One thing we like to do in the summer is kind of shut the tractor down from putting hay bales out, because we put hay bales out every day, of the winter, obviously, starting in the fall. So we prefer to not have to do that throughout the whole summer too, but we have to do what we have to do. And I know Lauren keeps telling me we should trim the herd. We got to trim the herd, and we definitely have some steers that are going to be going in soon, and that'll trim it a little bit. But then we just dropped 20 calves, somewhere in there. So we're always, we're always planning and strategizing on what's next. What are we going to do next? And that's up for us to figure out. As much as you want to have the perfect plan, sometimes the best plan is to realize that you don't have the perfect plan, and then you just adapt and you make adjustments and pivot as you go. And that's what we're trying to do. I've been talking about it a lot, the cattle prices and the cattle markets. And I remember when we first started, we'd go on Craigslist and we'd buy, some cows people are selling for $500. Now, good luck. Can't even buy a calf for $500 these days, but that's how we started. I talked about it the other day. I said we bought the first 13 cows. I wrote a guy a check for $7,500, and we got 13 cows, half of which were bred, which was amazing. And that's how we got started. But now, man, that situation, we'd kill for that situation. Another time I I went to a guy and we bought 22 cows for $18,000. That was another good day. Most of them were bred. They came with a bull, and that was that. But like I said, that's what we used to do. Now we have to just keep breeding here so that we can get things going. You know, we do want to start to get some good, better bloodlines in, you know, so we can improve the conformation and genetics of our cattle. But it's going to take some time. But we'll get there, one day at a time. You know, as much as I've talked about this too, as much as we want to have like an all black Angus herd, right? It's also nice to have some red Angus. It's also nice to have Herefords. It's nice to cross them and mix them, and that's what we've done. So it's nice to have a balance. And you know, if you were to taste test the meat, you certainly wouldn't know that, oh, that's a Hereford, oh, that's a red Angus, oh, that's a black Angus, right? We process primarily black Angus, but we do have some other breeds out here as well, which is nice. What the future brings, I don't know. Maybe we'll continue to move more towards just that all black herd or with some white faces. We'll see. But I really like the Herefords. I tell you a cow that I really like. I really like the belteds, the belted Galloways. They're beautiful. They're really efficient on grass. They got short legs, and they do really well on grass. So I think if I had to choose, outside of having just a full herd of beautiful Scottish Highlands, like if I was a breeder, I'd probably just, like, you know, just selling breeding stock, I would just have Scottish Highlands. But second to that would be those belteds. And there's a farm not too far from here. Looks like a pretty beautiful farm. I think it's in Marathon, New York, and they seem to have a whole herd of Oreo cookie type belted Galloways. They got those white belts on them, and they look really cool. We just had a belted calf born too, so belted and black Angus calf. When I go out on pasture, I'll show you guys. But really a beautiful calf, and it's a great breed. So if you're wondering what kind of breeds you should get into, I mean, you have options. You know, for us, we have a lot of commercial breeds of black Angus, red Angus, Herefords, because, you know, we do the direct-to-consumer meat business, and we need cows that have a frame that could, you know, produce, you know, the meat quantity that our customers are looking for and want. So that's why we go with those breeds. But again, if we were just selling, I don't know, if we were just selling breeding stock, I think we'd want to be a purebred Scottish Highland farm. I always think that would be really cool. Those are beautiful cows. So I don't know. Who knows what the future brings, right? None of us know. But I know for today we got to produce cattle that puts on good size and people love, right? So we do the grass-fed, grass-finished beef thing, and it's going well. You know, the cows are definitely growing. Like I said, we started with 13, and we added and we tacked on and we tacked on, and now we're at a point where we're going to try to keep tacking on, but we've realized that we can only tack on so many cows because we only have so much ground. And the ground part is interesting because for those of you that are in farming, or for those of you that are enthusiasts of the land, you realize that the price of land is just going up and up and up and up. I remember when we first started up here, it was like, I don't know, $1,700 an acre. Maybe even, it was probably less, maybe even $1,200 an acre. And it could have been $1,000 an acre, somewhere in that range. Anyway, it was low. Now it's trading for $3,000 plus an acre, which is totally wild. But compared to a lot of parts of the country, that's super cheap. You know, I think I was where was I looking? I don't know, maybe Missouri. And it's like 6,500 an acre, 6,700. I think Greg Judy was telling me he had a farm that he was looking to sell for like 7,500 plus an acre. So that's the thing, you know, our land here is precious, man. Like land in general in our country is precious. So it's good to see that people are valuing it and putting an appropriate value on the land, because what we found is what's so cool is that if you take care of the land takes care of you. I mean, there's not too many other things that work like that, where you can put a seed in the ground, water it, and a food supply comes out, right? Or, you know, you got this beautiful grass that you work hard to maintain and do right by, and then these beautiful four-legged creatures walk on it and do their business on it and stimulate it even more, and then it grows and, you know, it provides them some amazing nutrients. So, you know, last year we had Greg Judy up at the farm and we did this awesome workshop, and like I've never been able to look at grass the same and I've never been able to look at cow manure the same either, because the cow manure tells you the quality of your cow's health and digestive system, and the quality of your grass tells you the quality of your soil. So for us, you know, we've just been working hard to improve the quality of our soil here by putting tons of carbon, unrolling hay bales, letting the cows on it, rotationally grazing them. And we're hoping that over the years, you know, we'll throw some lime on and get this ground humming again, you know, without the use of fertilizers, but using the natural fertilizers of the cow. So that's what we're working hard to do here. And, you know, I'd be lying if I wasn't telling you, I love the cows. I told Lauren the other day, I could have 500 to 1,000 cows or more. I'd love it. It would be awesome. But we got to get the ground. So if you want to support our venture to get more ground, more pasture ground, you could buy your meats at wearefreedomfarms.com so we can continue to expand the farm footprint. You know, I'll leave this. I know we're getting deep into the video now and we covered some things, but you know, there's a mixed bag today, right? I get calls every day, especially on the pork side. Oh, I used to get my pork from so-and-so. I used to get my pigs from so-and-so. I used to get my pigs. And I said, what happened? Oh, the farm closed. Their farm closed. They're not doing it anymore because raising pigs is very expensive. And then you hear the same thing just with even beef, right? Oh, it got too expensive, so we sold the farm. Well, if enough farms get sold and the torch never gets passed, eventually we won't have farms, because these pastures grow over really quick. I mean, if we did nothing to this land, in 2 seasons, it would be nothing but weeds. So we got to pass the torch, right? Or the next generation has to be open to grabbing the torch and saying, you know what? I want to have a barn of my own. I want to keep the small family farm alive. So it's work, guys and gals. It's work. It requires effort and work and patience, and it's hard, but it's worth it. I was just talking with Lauren. She went to go see her family on Long Island today, and I said, you know, it's very rewarding. We were talking about the reward of doing this, the reward of the work, the reward of looking out your kitchen window and seeing all these beautiful cows, and, you know, knowing that you're responsible for their welfare and knowing that you're responsible for their life and, you know, providing for them. And then we have the opportunity to provide for all these amazing families all around the country. I got a call today, an email rather. A woman said, hey, you know, we're looking to, we have a bunch of military families that are on hard times. You know, can you help them? And we're like, yeah, let's do it. You know, we can produce food and we can help all these people. You know, we're big into, you know, military, big into veterans, police, fire, you know, people looking to be better and eat off the land. Like, we're into all that. So, you know, if we can use this farm, Freedom Farms, to support and help the freedom fighters out there, that's what we're looking to do. So anyway, it's very rewarding. If you're thinking about starting a farm or open to it or want to, you know, take the leap, start small. But it's going to be something that you'll say, you know what, this was the hardest thing I ever did. It was very challenging in many ways, but it came with great reward. And the great lesson of life is that anything that's worth it comes with a challenge. And that's the truth. Nothing's easy if it's worth it. So just remember that. And I'll leave you with those words. So find your next challenge. It'll be worth it, and you'll feel the great sensation of fulfillment. And that's what a lot of people lack today. They lack fulfillment, they lack purpose. And out here, there's a lot of fulfillment, there's a lot of purpose, and it'll challenge you. So we need challenge, we need fulfillment, and we need purpose in life. So we get sometimes a little bit too caught up in things that are out of our control and caught up in things that don't really matter that much. So think about for yourself what you want to do and what's important to you, and put your focus there, put your mind there, put your heart there, and it all seems to work out all right. All right, that's what I got for you today. I hope you enjoyed old Coach's speech over here, but I hope you guys have a great day, have a great night, have a great life, and we'll talk to you real soon. Thanks for supporting the channel. Thanks for supporting the farm. We are freedomfarms.com. We love you guys. Again, we got Joel Salatin coming in July. Book that up before we sell it out. And that's it. Give us a like, thumbs up, give us a share, put your comments down below. We love hearing from everybody. Thanks for sharing your stories, and thanks for the support. So we'll be doing our best, because that's all we can do. So we'll see y'all real soon. See ya.